Today I'm going to explain. Okay, I'm going to explain grammar lesson. We have conditional type 3. I think conditional type 3 is one of the most important grammar lessons that we have. Also this year we have past perfect, we have conditional type 3, etc. And we are going to cover, maybe in the next video we're gonna cover reported speech, etc. Okay, so we have conditional type 3. So in conditional type 3, or the third condition, or they called the impossible condition, we have conditional type 3. So what is the use of conditional type 3? So conditional type 3 used to describe, okay, so it used to describe, I'm sorry, so it used to describe a situation that didn't happen in the past. Okay, situation that didn't happen in the past, and we imagine the result of this situation. Okay, so we imagine the result of this situation, etc. We use conditional type 3 so to talk about something or situation that in the past, and we imagine the result of this situation. We are imagining the result of this situation. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if this situation happens, etc. We have if clause. Okay, so the if clause, which means that the rule, we're gonna move to the rule directly. So what is the rule? So when you are talking about conditional type 3, we're gonna have two clauses. Okay, two clauses. We have the if clause, okay, that start with F, okay, and the main clause. Okay, so that's like the other sentence. We have if clause, we're gonna have F plus the subject plus the verb in the past perfect. Okay, so we have subject, so F plus the past perfect. If you still remember when we did the past perfect in the last video, I told you we are going to use the past perfect in conditional type 3. So we have it here. If plus the subject plus the verb in past perfect means that if plus the past perfect. So this is the if clause, and it's followed by the main clause. We have the main clause, we have subjects plus with have plus the past participle. Subjects plus with have plus the past participle. We have, okay, the rule of the past perfect. We have if plus the past perfect plus would or could have plus the past participle of the verb. This is the rule. This is the rule of the past of the conditional type 3. Okay, this is the rule of conditional type 3. If plus the past perfect plus would have or could have plus the past participle of the verb. For example, okay, here we have an example. If I had gone to Spain, okay, so if I had gone to Spain, I would have had a chance to practice my Spanish language. If I had gone to Spain, I would have had a chance to practice my Spanish language. Okay, so we're gonna explain this example. We have if I had gone. Okay, so we have the if clause, and the if clause is followed by the past perfect. We have had and gone. Gone means that the past participle of the verb go. Okay, the past participle of the verb go. If I had gone to Spain, I would have, okay, I would have had a chance to practice my Spanish language. But in reality, he didn't go to Spain, and he didn't practice his Spanish language, etc. Okay, is this clear? So he didn't go, and he didn't practice his language. Means that if I had gone to Spain, I would have had a chance to practice my Spanish language. We have if clause, which means that if I had gone to Spain, and the main clause. What do we gonna have in the main clause? Okay, we gonna have would have as a past participle. We have it here, would have had. Okay, so we have would had. So we have would have had. Okay, which means that would plus the have plus the past participle. Chance to practice my Spanish language. I think conditional type 3 is so easy. It's so easy to to understand. Okay, so right now we're gonna do these exercises. I have, I think, five sentences. Okay, so and we are going to do it together, so as to make it easy for you. We have Halima didn't stay in France because she didn't have a job. Halima didn't stay in France because she didn't have a job. Halima didn't stay in France because she didn't have a job. Why she came back to that to her country or something like that? Because she doesn't find or she didn't find a job. Okay, so we're gonna write it with the conditional type 3. Okay, we have if, okay, subject, which is Halima. Okay, so if Halima had, okay, if Halima had a job. Okay, so if Halima had a job. Okay, I'm sorry, if Halima had a job, comma. Okay, if Halima had a job, this is the main clause. Okay, so this is the main clause. Okay, so this is the main clause. If Halima had a job, what's gonna happen if she had a job? So she would have stayed in France. She would have stayed in France. Okay, so if Halima had a job, she would have stayed in France. Okay, is this clear? It's so easy. So, but actually she didn't have a job, and she didn't stay in France. But here we are imagining the results of this situation. Okay, if Halima had a job, she would have stayed in France. We have if clause. Okay, it's followed by the subject and the past perfect, and we have the main clause. We have it followed by would have plus we have by subject plus would have plus the past participle of the verb. We're gonna move to number three. Number two. I'm sorry. Emma didn't save enough money. Emma didn't save enough money. She couldn't buy a computer. Okay, she didn't save enough money, and she couldn't buy a computer. Okay, so we're gonna write it with the past perfect or with conditional type three. We're gonna write if Emma. So if Emma what enough had saved enough money, comma, had saved enough money, comma, she could have bought. We have buy, the verb buy. Okay, so we have the verb buy. It's irregular verb, and the past participle is bought. She could have bought. Okay, she could have bought a computer. She could have bought a computer. Okay, she could have bought computer. So what do we have here? We have if Emma had saved. We have if clause. If Emma had saved enough money. So we have if Emma had saved enough money. We have had plus the past perfect. Okay, we have had plus the past perfect. If Emma had saved enough money, she could have bought computer. So she could have bought computer. We have could plus have plus the past participle. Try to revise the past participle of verbs. Okay, so especially for the irregular verbs. Okay, so irregular verbs are very important, so we have to revise them by heart. Okay, so she could have bought computer. Okay, so number three, we have Yassin had a terrible accident. Yassin had a terrible accident because he didn't stop at the red light. Okay, Yassin had a terrible accident because he didn't stop at the red light. Okay, so we're gonna imagine this is the situation of the thing. Okay, we can say if Yassin. Okay, so if Yassin had stopped. Okay, so we're gonna double the consonant here and we add ed. If Yassin had stopped. Okay, if Yassin had stopped at the red light. Okay, at the red light, comma, he couldn't. So he couldn't. Okay, if Yassin had stopped, he couldn't have had. Okay, he couldn't have had a terrible accident. Okay, he couldn't have had a terrible accident. We have if plus the subject plus the past perfect. Okay, so we have if plus the subject plus the past perfect had stopped. Okay, at the red light, he couldn't have had a terrible accident. Okay, this is clear. Next thing, we have I had. I'm sorry, I had a bad mark at the test because I didn't. So because I didn't prepare well. So I had bad mark at the test because I didn't prepare well. Okay, so we're gonna write. We have gonna write if I had. Okay, so you can say if I had if I had prepared if I had prepared well. So if I had prepared well, so you can see I wouldn't have had a bad mark. Okay, so we have I wouldn't if I had prepared well. Okay, so this is the if clause and it's followed by the past perfect. Okay, it's followed by the past perfect. Okay, so if I had prepared well, okay, I'm sorry, if I had prepared well, I wouldn't have. Okay, so I wouldn't have had bad accident. Okay, so number five, we have Alice didn't win the national competition because she didn't train. She didn't train enough. Okay, so we're gonna is she didn't win the competition. Why? Because she didn't train enough. Okay, you can say if Alice if Alice had trained enough or had trained well. So had trained enough, she she could have won. So we have won, the verb win. Okay, the past participle of win is won. So she could have won the national competition. National competi competition. Okay, so here we have if plus the past perfect. Okay, if plus the past perfect. Okay, she could have won. Okay, so she could have won the national competition. Okay, and we have here. So before I forget, we have comma here. So if Alice had trained enough, she could have won the national competition. Okay, so this is what we have right now. I think it's so easy to understand. It's not a complicated lesson. Okay, so try just to revise the rules or to memorize the rule. If plus the past perfect plus with have plus the past participle. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so I hope you understand very well. I hope you enjoyed that video and thank you.